sure that the date and time's correct.
Okay.
So and then left and right will go to the next option, and then up and down will change it.
Okay.
So here's March 29th, and then just keep going. It'll go through the time. That's correct.
Yeah.
So just go through everything, and then you can pick 12-hour or 24-hour clock. After it gets back to the screen you start on, you're good. So that's set. Turn it to start times. So
it's at 6 a.m.
this is the first start time. I think on this one you can have up to 4.
Okay.
We only need 1.
Okay.
Even in the summertime, the way that we water it is we water it early in the morning, and then every day for the summer. So that way throughout the day it has time to dry up, because you don't want to keep it constantly soaked, or else it's not going to grow. It's going to look crappy. So 6 a.m. is fine. This will probably get you throughout the summer. We don't need a second start time, don't need a third. I always go through everything just to make sure there's nothing on it. So that's set. And then I also, this is the program, but you should never have to mess with it. This is the most common mistake that homeowners make.
Okay.
Is say they program B. If you have any start times on program B or C, whatever runtime that we would have programmed for the valve, it's going to go off at those times too. So that's the number one mistake people make, is they'll think that this is the second start time.
Okay.
And they'll put it on B, but we don't need to. One start time, one program, that's all we'll need, because you only have the one valve. So that tells you that there's one valve.
Okay.
So all you'll need is program A and station 1. So I just go through and make sure everything's correct, that nothing's wacky. So that's good. We have first start time at 6 a.m. Now our run time is how long it's going to run. So I can tell you right now, this is not enough. So 8 minutes, you never want to be that low for the drips. Each one of those little red heads puts out 2 gallons per hour there. So right now I would probably set it, because it's going to more move. And I think it's going to stay that way. So I would probably go 40 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Under?
Yeah.
Okay.
You figure if each one of those is putting out 2 gallons per hour, I mean, I'll probably
I
go,
soak my grass
because it just
for an
rained,
hour.
I'm going to go 30 minutes. So that's a gallon of water per plant every day, which is more than enough. I mean, even in the dead heat of summer. So this will probably be fine throughout the year. So that one's set. We want to make sure we don't have 2. So that the number 1 and 2 now represents our station. So if you had more than one valve, like that would number 2 would be like for grass or something. It would be on that one.
Okay.
So 1's all we got to worry about. Program A is good. So it's running for 30 minutes every day at 6 a.m.
Okay.
So you only have water. This is showing, see how it's X'd out, the raindrops? That means it's not watering on those days. So you're only watering Monday and Sunday.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
So you're watering every day?
Yeah. Well, right now, the way that we want it set is we want it to go every day, 6 a.m. for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And that'll be fine throughout the summertime. So how we change that is we got Mondays on, go over to Tuesday, push the plus button.
Oh, I see.
See how it goes?
Yeah,
Lit it
off
up.
on.
Lit it up. Make sure they're all lit up. And just go back. And it's programmed. It keeps the settings. So sensor, you don't have a rain sensor. You don't really need it. It's an accessory that they sell, but we're not in that kind of climate. Seasonal adjust. Okay, so there's 2 ways to change it for seasons.
Okay.
Couple things. You can come out here and change your water days. So instead of going every day, you pick maybe 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you go like Monday on, Tuesday off, Monday on, Tuesday off, Thursday off. So, or another easy way, make sure that's all set. So another easy way is, so we have it programmed for 30 minutes, right? 6 a.m. So in the winter time, when it, October, end of October, November, you're gonna come out here and just change this down to 50%.
What is the percentage for?
So it's seasonal adjustment. So if it's at 100%, we got a program for 30 minutes, right? So now look, we put it at 50%, and our run time's 15 minutes.
Okay,
So,
for those 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So for whatever days we have set, so you can set it. You can either do this and keep it every day, at 50%, which would be fine. Or you can, just leave it at 30 minutes, but go every, 3 times a week or whatever.
Okay.
Same difference. So I always like to leave. I don't really like to mess with the seasonal adjustment just because I want to know if I got a program for 30 minutes, it's going to run for 30 minutes. But it's just an easy way, because if you get in here, start pushing buttons, it could mess some stuff up, and then you get all confused. So that's just an easy way for the seasonal adjustment. You should never have to change the start times. Never have to change. The run times would vary. Like in the dead heat of summer when it's 110, 115. If the plants, they won't lie. If they're struggling, they're going to show it. They're going to be a little dried up. You can come out here and just turn it to run times and give it another 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on stuff, and then so in the winter time, all you'd have to do is come out here and just change it to seasonal adjustment. Boom, 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 down to 50%.
Okay.
Turn it back to auto, and it's good.
All right.
They're very simple. So if you want to test it manually to make sure everything's working, all you got to do is hold this button down. It's going to kick it on.
Okay.
And you can hear the emitters. So it'll run for the 30 minutes, or you can just turn it down to 2 or whatever. So it's going to run that duration, and then it's going to go back to auto mode.
Okay.
Now if there's ever a leak, you come out here, you turn this off, and it doesn't go off. It's not uncommon. Don't freak out. We see it all the time with these new builds, because when these guys are soldering or they're gluing the pipes, sometimes inside the pipe, some will break off and get into the valve. And what it is, there's a rubber diaphragm inside that valve. Anything, the smallest little particle can keep it from closing. So it's not uncommon that we see it with the new builds. So if that were to happen, you come out here, you try and turn the timer off, and it doesn't go off. Either one of those handles, that's your main supply line. So either one of those handles will shut the irrigation off.
Okay.
This is for the house. This is either one of these will work for the irrigation.
Yeah, that's what my plumbing guy told me, because he was like, if you want to leave and you want to leave that on plants.
So
Okay.
that's just for the house. So that's basically it. Any questions?
No, I'm glad that you did that, because I haven't talked to anyone, and like we saw it was only doing 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
probably killing the
So,
plants.
in the winter